You know who I'm talking about. Congressman Clyburn. And from that day, his campaign kept going up, 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 up. And now, our people wanted Mr. Trump out of there. I have never seen black people talk about a white president like our people talked about Mr. Trump. I heard my beautiful sister, Maxine Waters, at the funeral of Dick Gregory. That thing over there called him a thing. And the man, when he became president, our brother from Georgia, the one who just passed away recently, John Lewis, didn't even recognize him. Said he's illegitimate. Right?
Yes, sir.
Do you remember that?
Teach.
Y'all remember that?
Teach. Amen. Come on.
You can check it out. He wasn't legitimate. And then Busta Rhymes came out at a rap with a gun. Was it Busta?
It was Snoop.
Snoop. Snoop shot the gun at him, and Busta called him the Orange Man.
Yes, sir.
And Trump called him Sleepy Joe. The biggest slap in the face to Trump was when the man he called Sleepy Joe became the president-elect of the United States of America and called a black woman to his side. She ain't no lightweight. Kamala Harris is a heavyweight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And look at how white folks are thinking right now. She's a heartbeat away from being the first black president.
Yes, sir.
If he dies while in office, so white folks are upset. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They see our rise.
Yes, sir.
And we are witnessing their fall. And now we have to survive because the death plan is in motion. What is the death plan? You say, well, black folks are the most prone to the COVID virus. Why is that? Because of the comorbidity conditions, diabetes, heart failure, obesity. Name all the comorbidity problems. We lead in that.
Yes, sir.
Well, let me ask you this. How did we get in this condition?
Come on. Come on.
Did you know that there's food that they prepare for you and me in the hood, that they kill us by zip code?
Yes, go ahead.
When they know your zip code, they send the worst food in for us to consume. Talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Flint, Michigan is not an accident.
Yes, sir.
They're killing us through the water. You're a young man and have erectile dysfunction. I'm not meaning to be vulgar, but our old folks died with the ability to make a baby.
Yes, sir.
You need pills. You're already on death row and don't even know it. So now you're a perfect host for the COVID virus. And that's why it's killing us. But it's not that we don't have the means to do that. We don't really need a vaccine.
Go ahead.
We need more vitamin D.
Go ahead.
Hey, brothers and sisters, I have my African sister talking earlier. We're talking about our people in the Caribbean, in the little island that my mother is from. I think they had 15 deaths from the COVID virus. Do you know why the virus is not hitting the Caribbean like it's hitting America and Europe? Because we live in the sun.
Yes.
The Honorable Elijah Muhammad told me that in the sun there are billions of vitamins that you can't get in anything that is created except through the sun.
Right. Come on.
So when you live on the inside and don't go out in the sun, have no love for the sun to lay in it and bathe in it. My teacher taught me, take a bath at least once a year in the sun. Go someplace where you can take your clothes off and turn again. And when you've turned enough, your body has accepted billions of vitamins into it. And when the day of disease comes, the vitamins rise up to defend us against disease. That's why in the Caribbean, they're not worried about a pandemic down there. So is it time for me to go, right? Huh? Oh, well, I don't want to belabor this point. But now we are so frightened over this COVID. Now they're getting us ready for the vaccine.
Come on.
Brothers and sisters, do you believe that Satan is concerned about vaccinating you about this thing here? Come on, brothers and sisters. You trust him. After all that he's done to destroy us, you trust him. And your trust is sickening because you love your enemy and you hate yourself and your friend. How could you allow him to stick a needle into you saying he's helping you?
Teach, dear minister. Teach.
Well, we have black people that are in the trials. They're in this part and that part, and they're telling us it's okay. There are things that he brings you right into and blinds you at the same time because he lets you see what he wants you to see.
Yes, sir.
And he lets you know what he wants you to know. And he keeps you blind to the thing that he doesn't want you to know because he does not want you to warn your people against his plots.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on.
Do you know they took me down from YouTube? I know y'all were talking about YouTube today. It's a great thing. You use it as best you can. But my July 4th message called The Criterion, anybody that got that message, he's pulling them down.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, dear minister.
What's wrong with the minister? You talking all your stuff. Why can't the minister tell us the view of Elijah Muhammad on these vaccines?
Teach, dear minister. Right.
I'm off. Boyce Watkins is off. Ben X is off. Abdul Qiyam is off. What have I done
Teach.
but tell you the truth? None of you can say to me that I'm a liar.
No, sir.
You know darn well you ain't never caught me in a lie.
Right. Go ahead.
But that daggone devil that you listening to, he's a liar from the beginning
Yes,
to
sir.
the end. So the Bible say, if Satan cast out Satan,
Go ahead.
how can his kingdom stand?
Go ahead, dear minister.
So now you got 74 million people voted for Mr. Trump.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And 83 million for Mr. Biden. They're all divided.
Yes.
Satan is casting out Satan.
Yes.
Where do you stand in this? You better hurry and get yourself together, because all those things that you talked about today, gardens in the community, putting gardens on the roof, learning how to feed yourself, because if you grow the food, you know what's in it.
That's right.
Did you know that corporate America has bought up tens of thousands of acres of land? And do you know that they've made so many atomic weapons
Teach, dear minister.
that the residue of the atomic weapons they have put into steel drums
Sir.
and buried it in the oceans? 30 years ago in the Sudan, the president was called Numeri. And he got a deal with America to take some of the drums and bury it in the sand, and they would get money. Did you hear me?
Teach, dear minister. Oh, God.
Now the drums are being compromised by the power of water. So this stuff is escaping into the water, poisoning the food that we get from the water. And he's got now residue, they call it toxic waste. Did you know that they've put toxic waste that is from the nuclear waste over large tracts of land? Do you know that they growing food under soil that is toxic, poison with nuclear stuff?
Teach, dear minister.
Did you know that the food that you're eating is killing you?
Go ahead.
Did you know that the water that you're drinking is killing you?
Teach, dear minister.
You like to eat fast food? Fast food is death food.
Come on, man.
You don't know. I mean, you trust so much your enemy, and you're so fearful of a man that will tell you the truth. You will listen to me, and then you go back to being the same person.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing that you've talked about that I haven't taught on.
That's right.
The depth of it.
Yes, sir, dear minister.
Go ahead.
You don't know me.
Teach.
Come on.
You might listen to one thing here, one thing there. Farrakhan, my man. Farrakhan, oh yeah, Farrakhan, my man. Yeah, I'm your man.
Teach, dear minister.
I've been your man for a long, long time.
Yes, sir.
But what do you do with your man? You listen and you go on about your business. You listen, You have meetings. Do you think when they had these meetings with all the leaders, do you think they invite the nation?
Come on.
Well, no, don't let Farrakhan come up in here. Because if Farrakhan come up in here, white folk gonna give us a problem. Well, they giving you a problem now, and it's gonna get worse. You can't throw me away.
No, sir.
Even if you want to.
Come on.
God ain't gonna let it happen.
Yes, sir.
So I think I should get ready to go. I got 10 more minutes.
Teach, dear minister.
Look, beloved family, all the wonderful things you talked about today, we got to put it into practice, but we got to live. Those of you who are health professionals, they want you to take it first.
Teach.
And then they'll say to you, if it ain't moving good enough, you notice they're offering you money now?
Come on, dear minister. Go ahead.
When has this devil ever offered you $1,000 or $1,500 to take a shot?
Teach, dear minister. Teach. Teach.
They give you free shots
Right.
of toxic waste.
Yes, sir.
Free.
My God.
The same lead that's in the water in Flint is in the water in Detroit, is in the water in Cleveland. You watch, it's in the water in Chicago. You ain't free.
Teach, dear minister.
You on a death watch. If you don't understand it, you're not going to be here to do all the wonderful things you talked about. I want you to live. I want you to live. God wants you to live.
Teach.
But if you refuse knowledge, if you love the enemy so much and are afraid of him, because he'll tell you, well, all right, if you don't take this vaccine, you can't work here.
Right.
Well, hell, that's all you had when they brought us here to work. But you got nothing for it. So now you got a little job. But you're going to have to learn to walk away from something that's killing you and do something for yourself. The unity that's here. We can do things to feed and clothe and shelter ourselves. Don't let them make you afraid. Well, if you don't show that you're vaccinated, you can't come to school. What a blessing.
Great. Go ahead.
What a blessing.
Yes.
Tell the cracker, I ain't coming to your school.
Teach.
When you tell me I can't go to your school, I open up a school of my own. You got the knowledge. You have the wisdom. You can teach your people. Like the sister said earlier, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, you can have a university under a tree if you're teaching the knowledge of the universe.
Right.
Come on, brothers and sisters. And to Siddiqui, I hope I've not hurt anybody's feelings, you know. But that's me. I can't help myself.
That's right.
I didn't write a note.
Not one. Not one.
I just decided, let God show me how to talk to you today, because I can conclude now. Mr. Joe Biden told you, because we backed him, he said, I have your back. Did he say it?
Teach.
When I heard that, I said, it's over.
Yes, sir.
Because he used the wrong a word. He said, I.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
And if you remember the conversation between Franklin Delano Roosevelt and A. Philip Randolph and the Negro leaders of that day, they laid out a tough thing at the president's table. And the president didn't answer. He gave them all a cigar and they lit it up.
Yes.
And then he said, now, I don't have anything against anything that you all have said, because you all spoke the truth. He said, now, go and make me do it.
Yes, sir.
Because no one white man, no matter how good his intention is, can give you what you need. It's got to be a we, or the I means nothing. So when he said, I got your back, he didn't say, we got your back.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
He means good,
Yes, sir.
but meaning good ain't gonna save the day.
Yes.
Right.
You gotta mean good for yourself, but gotta mean good for one another. I'm in love with you. I can't help myself. I'm slowing down now, But damn it, if you call me out
Yes,
to
sir.
say something, don't expect no man pussyfooting around
No,
with the
sir.
truth. I can't do it.
No, sir.
That's right.
I gotta tell it to you like it is,
Yes, sir.
whether you like it or not, whether you hate me or not. I love you.
Yes, sir.
And when you tell me you love me more, I'll tell you you lie.
Yes, sir.
Because if you love me more, then you won't die for me, but I'm dying for you every day that I live.
Yes, sir.
So you gonna get up from here and let's make this national summit bigger. In fact, Siddiqui, we should do it every 3 months
Yes, sir.
and add more of your giants, your leaders.
Yes.
Get the NAACP, tell them, come on. Bob Law can help.
Yes.
And I tell you, I have an assistant minister that is blazing on Sunday. Tune in to him tomorrow, noi.org.
Yes, sir.
He has a message for you. Don't think that the Nation of Islam is Louis Farrakhan alone.
Come on.
I've been working 67 years and I'm I gotta go sometime. But what good is it if you're good and you didn't make some good people behind you?
Right. Right.
Leadership is that you create from yourself your replacements.
Yes, sir.
May Allah bless you. I hope I said it all. Oh, she corrected me. Thank you. She said there are 15 cases,
27 cases.
27 cases, but 0 deaths
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead.
on the island that gave birth to my mother,
Go ahead.
St. Kitts in the Caribbean.
Yes, sir. And Kamala Harris, first black female president, if she becomes president.
If she becomes.
If she-
What did I say?
You said like our first black president, sir. Just wanted to-
Black female president.
Yes, sir, dear
Yes,
minister.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, dear minister.
And last but not least, I got 3 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Remember the Million Man March.
Yes, sir.
It took all of us working together
Teach, dear minister.
to make that great, great day. That's a template
Yes.
Yes.
for how we can do
Say that.
what we need to do.
Come on.
Reverend Jackson was not with the march at first, bless his heart,
Yes, sir.
but he finally came.
Yes, sir.
And I was so happy because he was one of the first ones I wrote a letter to telling him I wanted him by my side with the Million Man March.
Yes, sir.
I wrote a letter to Imam Warithuddin Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
asked him come stand with me. He didn't come. Reverend Jackson came. In my hotel suite, Reverend Jackson asked me, Farrakhan, how long can I speak? I said, Reverend Jackson, I can't give you any time. You speak until you finish what you have to say. Ain't no Negro gonna do that.
No, sir.
In fact, when they invited me to speak, they gave me a minute.
Yes, sir.
Yes, they did. I took 5 extra.
Yes, sir.
And they were trying to pull my coat to sit me down.
Wow, sir.
And in those 6 minutes, the Washington Post said, my speech that day on the 20th anniversary of the March on Washington
Yes,
was the speech that carried the day.
Yes, sir.
Look, beloved, we can do it, but we got to do it together.
Yes, sir.
The Million Man March, you have never seen so many black women at a Million Man March. The dais was full of black women that loved what we were trying to do. Among them was Mrs. Betty Shabazz, Brother Malcolm's wife. You may not know this, but the FBI had planned for Kabila to be in trouble. A plot, they said, that she was involved with a Jewish white man to kill Farrakhan.
Yes, sir.
And the FBI came to my door in Chicago
Yes, sir.
and told me that at 11 o'clock there'll be a press conference. They're announcing something about an assassination attempt on Farrakhan.
Yes, sir. Amen.
When we turned the thing on at 11, it was my sister, Kabila Shabazz, with this Caucasian. And then they naturally, now they wanting me to go crazy.
Yes, sir.
I did. We contacted Betty Shabazz. I don't believe that her daughter meant me no harm.
Yes, sir.
We raised money
Yes, sir.
for Kabila,
Yes, sir.
Betty, and I think Bob was there at the Apollo Theater in New York.
Come on.
We stood together.
Yes.
White folks went crazy
Yes, sir.
because they love it when you hate one another.
That's right.
They love to feed your beefs. Not with me.
Come on.
You don't hear me talking about nobody that's
right.
black that's talking against me.
That's right.
No, I don't.
That's right.
I can take it if it's coming from you.
Yes, sir.
Because I know you only speaking because you don't know.
Yes, sir.
And I accept that. And you know, when you love somebody and they do things that injure you, what do? See, you love Jesus?
Come on.
You do?
Come on, dear minister.
I do too.
Yes, sir.
So I live Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you do.
You hear me? What I say?
sir.
Yes, sir.
When they hit me, you don't see me hitting them back.
No, sir.
I give you another cheek. Go ahead, baby.
Yes, sir.
Because in the end, I'm going to win you.
That's right, sir.
I'm going to get you for the sake of God and the truth. May God bless you, Siddiqui. May God bless all the presenters. May God bless this to grow into what we can feed from. One thing I wanted to say, Reverend Jackson was the only one when we had the Million Man March that spoke about what was going on in Congress with the Criminal Justice Act, where Mr. Biden was one of the principal architects of the crime bill.
Yes,
That's right.
sir.
Remember that.
Teach.
And in the audience of the Million Man March was a community organizer,
Teach, dear minister.
Mr. Barack Obama.
Teach, dear.
And the one criticism that he had of the Million Man March, he said it needed to be more organized. I said, thank you, Barack.
Teach, dear minister.
We need each other.
Right.
And the enemy wins when we stay apart from each other and then throw lobs at each other. No. Let's come together.
Yes.
Let's learn how to love each other.
Yes, sir.
And believe me, what a feeling it is. And that day at the Million Man March, nearly 2 million showed up. Not one person fought another
That's right.
at the Million Man
That's
March.
right.
No crime
None.
in the city
Teach, dear minister.
of Washington
Teach.
on that day because we brought them all together on a spiritual level.
Yes, sir.
Told them, don't bring no reefer.
That's right.
No, don't bring no gun. Don't bring nothing like that. Bring yourself.
Yes, sir.
We told them, don't go to work that day.
Yes.
Don't go to school that day.
That's right.
See, God wants you to make a sacrifice so he can help you.
Right.
You don't punk out over a job.
Go ahead.
And them brothers came
Yes.
on their own dime because I would not ask nobody
Come on.
to give them a bus.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Teach.
Oh, I'm late. It's only time, Farrakhan. And y'all told me I could take 2 hours, but I know I was not going to do that to you or myself today. Getting up in age now, and I'm enjoying growing old, and I still have so much juice left.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to blow it with a 2-hour speech.
Yes, sir, dear minister.
So look, I love you all.
Love you.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you for all that you did to make my day. Just by being here and listening to you, you've inspired me. I love you much. And Siddiqui, Cambone, y'all need to tell me who some of these people are asking for $10, right? Who needed the $10 today that somebody need to give to? You know who it was? If you give me their name and the organization, I got to give something to Siddiqui.
Yes, sir.
This got to keep going.
Yes, sir.
But I can't just give my brother $10.
Go ahead, dear minister.
I want to give him $1,000.
Yes, sir.
So you got to remind me, Siddiqui,
Yes, sir.
who that person was that was asking for $10 a piece. And there were 90 people with $10, and that was almost what?
In that workshop, sir?
Yeah.
I think that was community. That was economic development, sir.
Yeah.
In that workshop.
Okay. So thank you again. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.
Wow. Alaikum
Wow,
salam,
sir.
dear minister.